I think the first movie, in my mind, should be a Captain America movie. Mm-hmm. You know, sequel to Endgame with Sam taking the shield. I would kind of see this as kind of a mix of both Falcon Winter Soldier and Brave New World.
We talked about this.
Yeah, we've talked about it. Because I think Sam really just goes through the same character arc in both films, just finding confidence in being Captain America.
Yeah.
The only difference is that he is Captain America in Brave New World, so that's a weird balance. And I think you could have a movie where President Ross is trying to set up John Walker as the next Captain America. And then I think you need to have some kind of threat that seems too big for Sam to handle in the film. I think he would see Walker handling it better than he is, and kind of consider that maybe he should just let John Walker take Captain America. But I think as the movie goes, he sees that John Walker isn't that great of a guy and everything. And I think I would say the Serpent Society should be the villains for that movie. Just kind of a terrorist organization, I would say.
Was the Serpent Society the name of Winter Soldier initially, or was that the code name? Because they have
I think that was the...
That's what it was announced as.
Yeah, I think that might have just been to trick the fans, too. But anyway, Sidewinder from Brave New World is part of the Serpent Society. And there was originally supposed to be more of them in the movie, but they got cut because that movie, had umpteenth reshoots. So I think kind of having them, would be better than the Flag Smashers.
Yeah, for sure. We had talked about how Brave New World and Falcon Winter Soldier could just be the same.
Yeah.
They accomplish the same thing.
And I think you could have Sharon Carter in the role of that, the Israeli agent from Brave New World.
And not make her evil. Sorry, Sharon Carter evil.
Hold up on that.
Okay. I also think that doing that, I wrote Falcon Winter Soldier should have been a movie.
Yeah.
So I think that they both can work together. Brave New World's themes as a movie, maybe the storyline of Falcon Winter Soldier. I also think that having Joaquin Torres being the new Falcon can be a side
we can keep that
story. Because he does both. He starts to become Falcon in Falcon Winter Soldier, and then he's full on. He's mostly Falcon in Brave New World. So I think that can just be all one thing.
And I think we can have Bucky in the movie as well.
I also think
maybe we're getting a little full here, but
little full. But what's new?
Yeah.
Having a storyline about the Sokovia Accords being repealed is this story, or at least more is put into that storyline in this movie, because that's just a throwaway line in She-Hulk.
Yeah. Wow, this place has an echo.
And especially because if we're bringing Brave New World storylines in, and that story of Cap Falcon working with the government, let's start talking about maybe the Sokovia Accords should be repealed, or continuing, and even giving more context to that situation. I think we agree on that.
And I think it could end with a scene with Ross and Sam, where Ross is like, if you're going to be the new Captain America, then you have to establish a new team of Avengers. Have a scene like that.
Is he the Red Hulk?
I say we set him up as Red Hulk.
But not make him the...
We're not going to make him that.
Not sell the movie on it, and then...
We're not going to have him for 5 minutes at the end.
And then make it, sun's getting real low at the very end, lock him up in the raft. No, I think you're right. Harrison Ford still?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Sounds good. I like that.
And my working title for that movie would be Captain America Battle for the Shield. Just with that... I guess, it's an internal struggle within Sam, but also that external struggle with him and John Walker. So
yeah. Cool.
Any other thoughts on? I was going to say, Sharon Carter. I'd still want to see it suggested throughout the film that she's a bit shady. And then
was there that turn? Does that have any basis with Civil War? Her appearance there, As in, like, are we changing a character for no reason, or has she always been this way? It's kind of like the Rhodey thing.
Okay, well, it's funny that you bring up Rhodey.
We're talking about no.
Because I would say in a post-credit scene, we reveal her as a Skrull.
Okay, that's fine if that works with how she was introduced in Civil War. Because part of the problem is that it didn't seem like she was antagonistic in Civil War. She seemed like she wanted to help. Mm-hmm. Specifically being
Well, I mean,
Peggy's...
you could say she was replaced after Civil War.
Okay. Oh, because okay. So she's a replaced Skrull instead of an always been a Skrull.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's always been a Skrull. Everyone's been replaced.
I think there's a place for someone to have always been a Skrull.
Oh, I guess Captain Marvel kind of establishes that people like Skrulls like started lives as humans. So I guess that has happened. But
I don't know who, but I'm just arguing.
Yeah, I mean, like Rhodey was replaced, Everett Ross was replaced.
Yeah.
So I think that could be the first hint of what we're going to end the phase with the Secret Invasion movie.
Sure.
And I think that's the only post-credit scene I think I had for that movie.
Okay, sure.
Do you have anything else for that one?
No, I think we're all in line with that.